I'm Jeremiah McKinnon. This is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for the third week of September 2022. Our first story this week comes from the state of Massachusetts, where the city of Cambridge has extended their local preference period for certain applicants for another 2 years. Cambridge first enacted their cannabis business ordinance in 2019, allowing only state-certified economic empowerment applicants to move forward with opening a cannabis business for the first 2 years. 2 years later, without any operational cannabis businesses in Cambridge, the city expanded the categories of applicants eligible for the preference period to include social equity program participants and voted to extend the preference period by another year. This new proposal was introduced by Councillor Zondervan and Mayor Siddiqui to extend the preference period for another 2 years. There are now 2 recreational cannabis businesses operating in the city of Cambridge, both operated by economic empowerment applicants. According to the City of Cambridge website, 13 additional businesses currently hold a cannabis business permit as of August 22, 2022. The priority period was extended until September 2025 by a vote of 9 in favor and none opposed. For more information on this story, please visit our website. The First Circuit Court of Appeals has denied a petition to revisit the issue of residency requirements for medical marijuana businesses in Maine. Earlier this month, we told you that United Cannabis Patients and Caregivers of Maine petitioned the First Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the recent ruling that called Maine's residency requirement for medical cannabis businesses unconstitutional. Less than a month after the petition was filed, the First Circuit Court of Appeals has responded, ordering that the petition be denied. The court ruled that the residency requirement was a violation of the United States Dormant Commerce Clause. The case has set precedent, being one of the first cases to strike down a residency requirement in the cannabis industry due to unconstitutionality. To learn more about this story, please visit our website. Judges' kits for the upcoming Massachusetts High Times Cannabis Cup are available for sale starting September 24th. This is the second year that High Times is holding a competition to determine who has the best cannabis products in Massachusetts. Judging officially starts on September 24th and ends on November 13th. Once the judging period ends, all of the scores will be tallied and announced at an award show on November 27th at 4:20 p.m. There are 13 different judges' kits to choose from. Categories range from indica, sativa, and hybrid flower to concentrates, vape pens, beverages, pre-rolls, and more. Each kit is priced below the market value, so judging multiple categories can be affordable. The kits will be available only at 29 exclusive cannabis retailers across Massachusetts. Judges' kits come in a High Times tote bag. Judges can also redeem a free High Times Cannabis Cup backpack at dispensaries with proof of purchase. For more information on the judges' kits, please visit necnewstoday.com. This episode of NEC News Today is brought to you by CBD Please, the first CBD store east of the Mississippi, and your local resource for reasonably priced, lab-tested cannabis extracts. CBD Please was founded in 2014 by Bill Downing, who's been a leader in Massachusetts cannabis law reform since 1990. CBD Please offers everything from premium quality organic hemp buds to extracts, tinctures, and many other cannabinoids. Visit cbdplease.com for more information. 3 New England organizations have joined a National Craft Cannabis Coalition. The National Craft Cannabis Coalition was created to advocate for policies that would help small cannabis cultivators and producers. The coalition is the result of 6 groups working together from across the United States, including Vermont Growers Association in Vermont, Maine Craft Cannabis Association in Maine, and Farm Bug Co-op in Massachusetts. The group has already thrown its support behind a national piece of legislation that would allow small cannabis producers to send their products directly to consumers across state lines. The bill, called the SHIP Act, was introduced on September 14, 2022, by Representative Jared Huffman of California. The group sees the ability to send cannabis products directly to consumers as something that small businesses should have the ability to do, so they can succeed in the early days of this heavily competitive industry. For more information on this story, please visit our website. There's a new cannabis brand in Massachusetts co-founded by an infamous marijuana trafficker, Barry Foy, called Gentlemen Smugglers. The brand, co-founded by Barry Flash Foy, is building off the legacy of a group of smugglers and kingpins who trafficked cannabis back in the 1970s and 80s. The brand, Gentlemen Smugglers, is the same nickname that the authorities used to refer to the group of nonviolent men who became some of the largest marijuana smugglers on the East Coast of the United States. The Gentlemen Smugglers line is working together with Massachusetts cannabis company Root and Bloom in Salisbury, Massachusetts. The product comes in both pre-rolls and raw cannabis flower, with the choice of High Tide, a sativa-leaning strain for daytime, and Low Tide, an indica-leaning strain that helps you relax at night. Gentlemen Smugglers is giving back by donating a portion of their sales to the nonprofit The Last Prisoner Project. In Connecticut, Governor Ned Lamont has announced a new campaign to educate the public about responsible cannabis use. Governor Ned Lamont announced the campaign on Tuesday. This project is made possible by a collaboration between Connecticut's consumer protection and public health agencies. The materials include information that's designed to help individuals handle situations such as accidental cannabis ingestion by children or pets. Other topics include proper disposal of cannabis and tips on storing marijuana. According to the press release, Connecticut is asking business owners, medical organizations, community health programs, and others to share these materials to help promote safe and responsible cannabis practices in their communities. This campaign is similar to the public awareness campaign that Massachusetts launched after legalizing adult-use cannabis called More About Marijuana. Boston Cannabis Week is wrapping up their week-long cannabis event with 2 parties with live music. The week-long cannabis-themed event series, Boston Cannabis Week, has been hard at work to bring a one-of-a-kind cannabis experience to the community. Boston Cannabis Week begins every year on September 19th and runs through September 25th. The mission behind Boston Cannabis Week is to normalize the idea of cannabis and provide platforms for open dialogue, communication, education, and the arts. On Friday, September 23rd, between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., Boston Cannabis Week is hosting a free block party underground at Ink Block, 90 Traveler Street in Boston, with performances by Green Line Movement, Soul Rebel Project, and more. On Saturday, Boston Cannabis Week is going back underground at Ink Block for Experience Boston, with headlining performer Common. Performances also include Currency, Rock Marcy and the Alchemist, and more. The Experience Boston event will include music, food, games, live art, and dozens of vendors from 2 to 10 p.m. For more information on these upcoming events, please visit our website or go to bostoncannabisweek.com. Last but not least this week, the city of Taunton, Massachusetts has agreed to work together with cannabis company Bask after years of back and forth in court. Taunton officials have decided to put aside any hard feelings against Massachusetts cannabis company Bask after the Supreme Judicial Court recently ruled that the city acted in an arbitrary, capricious, and legally untenable manner when denying Bask's special permit application in October of 2019. At the time, the decision to deny Bask's special permit was based primarily on traffic concerns. However, roughly 4 months later, the city approved a special permit for a different applicant on the same street, approximately 1/4 mile away from Bask's proposed location. After the ruling from the Supreme Judicial Court, it appears that the City Council is now open to giving Bask a chance. Bask is proposing to locate their dispensary at 400 Winthrop Street in Taunton. For more information on this developing story, please visit our website. For the absolute latest New England cannabis news, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon, reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.